Hello friends, this is Atul sir. I am going to deal with math subject of 10th syllabus, and so before starting with the syllabus I would like to tell you one thing. This is Explore Learning paid lecture series. So here we have, in the last week we have given some demo classes, but now onwards, just I think 1 week ago, we have started with the paid lecture series. So you can take the benefits of this lecture series, and these lectures, these benefits you can taken only by paying the some amount. Okay, so those who will pay the amount to this lecture series, only those students will get the link. So please register your names to the Explore Learning Center. So now, so we will start with the 10th syllabus of in that syllabus we are going to start with the first topic, that is real numbers. First topic is real numbers. So as in the previous classes like 9th standard or 10th standard, you might have studied with this real numbers. So we will go with some previous knowledge, we will discuss some previous knowledge, and then we will start with the main syllabus. Okay, so first we will see what is meant by real numbers. What is meant by real numbers? So what is meant by real numbers then? A number which consists of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so here real number means what? It is consist of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, a number which is consist of rational number and irrational number is called real number. Okay, now so here we have the again two types here, that is rational number and irrational number. Now first we will study what is meant by rational number. So as we know, any number, if it is represented in the form of p by q, any number which is represented in the form of p by q, such type of number is called as rational number, where this q is not equals to 0, and where this p and q are the integers. Okay, so here what is meant by rational number? A number which is represented in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0. Such type of number or such form of number is called as rational number, and as I told you, this p and q are the integers. Okay, now we'll see. Then you might have the question in your mind, what type of number, means in numerically which type of numbers will get in this rational number. Okay, now for example I will say all terminating form of numbers. Okay, all terminating form of numbers are called as what? Rational numbers. For example, I'll write 1.43. So one of the, if you take any fraction number, if you divide that, so that answer you will get in the form of decimal, and this form is called as terminating form of number, and this terminating form of number is again called as a rational number. In this again one more part will get all recurring form of numbers. Again it is called as the rational numbers. For example, I will take again the same, that is 1.43 and so on. So what is the difference here? Recurring in the sense after the decimal point the numbers will go on repeat. The numbers will go on repeat. So that form of number is called as what? Recurring form of number, and that number is again called as a rational number. So in short we can write 1.43 bar. So that bar represents what? The numbers will go on repeating. Okay. So this is about what? A rational number. But on the other side we are having another type, that is what? Irrational number. Now to define that irrational number, it is very easy, because already we are having the base or the other type, that is what? Rational number. So what you have taken here? Rational number, all terminating form of numbers and all recurring form of numbers. So we have said as what? Rational numbers. Then to define irrational number, it is very simple. What? That is all non-terminating form of numbers and you can say non-recurring form of numbers are called as irrational numbers. So for this also I will give one of the example, that is example is 1.01, 001, 0001, okay, and so on. Okay, so if you observe in this number 1.01, then 001, okay, the number is not repeating as we have seen in the rational numbers here, that is 1.43, 43, 43 and so on. So here the number is repeating, so therefore it is called as a recurring form. But whereas in this number, that is 1.01, after 0 we are having 001, after that again 0001 and so on. So here this type of number is called as what? Irrational number. So definition is simple, all non-terminating form of numbers and non-recurring form of numbers are called as what? Irrational numbers. Okay, so also again one more concept might be you have studied in the previous class, that is I will take, so this n denotes for natural number. Okay, after that we are having w, that is whole numbers. Next we are having z, that is integers, and then we are having, that is r, real numbers. Okay, so always this natural number, whole numbers and integers are belongs to what? Real numbers, are comes under real numbers. Okay, so this is regarding what? Real numbers definition and some introduction. Now next we will see the next concept, that is three concepts we are going to see, that is algorithm, lemma and Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma. Okay, so that is first one here. I will take algorithm, next is lemma, and third concept, that is Euclid's division lemma. Means to understand Euclid division lemma, first we will see what is meant by algorithm and lemma. Okay, so what is meant by algorithm? Algorithm is what? The steps which we use to solve the specific problem. So those steps are called as what? Algorithm. The steps are called as what? Algorithm. Suppose you are solving one of the problem by some of the specific methods, using the sum of the methods, that, or you are by using some of the steps, then that steps are called as what? Algorithm. Then what is meant by lemma, or you can say, I will write here, algorithm means what? Steps are used to solve specific problem. Specific problem is called as what? Algorithm. Is called as algorithm. Now what is meant by lemma then? Lemma means what? It is a proven statement. It is a proven statement. So that means using that proven statement we can solve the another proven statement, means we can solve another proof statement, means we can use make use of that proven statement and we can solve some other problems. Okay, so that is, I'll write lemma is what? Lemma is a proven statement is used, or you can say is used to solve other statements. I will say other statements. Okay, and next, now Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma. So here we will see now what is the statement of this Euclid division lemma. For any integer a and b, for any integer a and b where a is greater than b, where a is greater than b, then there exists a unique integer q and r satisfying the condition a is equals to bq plus r, a is equals to bq plus r, where this r is greater than equals to 0 and r is less than b. Okay, so here we have the statement a is equals to bq plus r, where that r lies between 0 to b. Okay, so this statement is called as what? Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma. So here, so this statement already we have studied. Okay, that is by long division process method also. That is what? So I'll write here. So here this a is called as dividend, b is the divisor, q is the quotient, and here r is the remainder. So this a is dividing by b, okay, and where q will be the quotient and r is the remainder. So as we know that we have the statement what? That is dividend is equals to divisor into quotient, and plus remainder. So the same statement we have used here. So here dividend is a, so that is a here, which is equals to divisor into quotient. Okay, so divisor is b, quotient is q, so that is what? bq plus remainder, so that remainder is r. Okay, so this is this statement is called as Euclid division lemma. So in this topic, what is the use of this Euclid division lemma? So I think after this concept we are going to solve with the first exercise. In that first exercise, some of the examples we are going to solve, and those examples are solved by using this Euclid division lemma. So this Euclid division lemma we use in this syllabus to find out the HCF, of the numbers, HCF of numbers. So I can say HCF of integers. Okay, so we'll see the first exercise. I think the exercise 1.1. So in this exercise 1.1 we have the first question. Find HCF by, I'll write in short, EDL, that is Euclid division lemma. Okay, so in that first example 135 and 225. So here we have to find out the HCF of these two integers, these two positive integers. Okay, so this can be done. Okay, so here in this two integers, which is the smallest, by that smallest number you have to divide the other number. So I'll write, and you know this this method is called as long division process method, so we have to make use of that. So here 135 into 1, so it will be 135. So to do the subtraction, 5 minus 5 0, so it will be 1 carry. So from 12 minus 3 it will be, I think, 9. The next, this will be 0. So here we have I think remainder is 90, so this can be written as so see, to get the HCF, the remainder should be 0. So here we have the remainder is 90 now. So with the help of this remainder we have to divide that divisor again. So it is again 90 will divide to that 135. Okay, so I think again 90 into 1, it will be 90. Subtraction is here, 5 minus 0 is 5. Again 1 carry, 13 minus 9, that will be 4, and this is 0. So it is 45. Again still the remainder is not 0. So again we will divide that. With the help of this remainder, again we have to divide that divisor is 90. So it is 45 will divide 90. Okay, so as we know that 45 into 2, it will be 90. So it is 0 0. So here the remainder is 0. It means what? Whatever we have this divisor, that is 45. This, so 45 will be the HCF. But the same, so this method is called as long division process method. The same method we have to apply with the help of what? Euclid division lemma. So I will write that by Euclid division lemma, what we have the statement is A is equals to BQ plus R, where this R is greater than equals to 0 and less than B. Okay, so here now, so this is your B, this is your Q, and this is R. Okay, so write in the statement, so that is 225 is equals to, that is 135 into 1 plus remainder is 90. Next again same thing you have to take it. So here it is now 135, same again, that is A, B, Q and R. So that is 135 is equals to, okay, that is dividend is equals to divisor into quotient. So that is 90 into 1 plus remainder, that is 45. Next again here, now here dividend is 90. So dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So remainder is 0. Okay, so whenever the remainder is 0, so this divisor is always called as what? HCF of those given two integers. So therefore HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. So HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. I hope you have understood this method to find out HCF of the two positive integers by Euclid division lemma. Okay, but while finding with the Euclid division lemma, at the same time you have to follow with the long division process method. We will solve another one example just to make you understand. I'll take the second example. 196 and 38220. So here again we have to find out the HCF of these two numbers. So as usual, again you have to follow with the long division process method first. So that is 196 will divide 38220. So you have to divide this. So I will take 196 into 1, that will be 196. If I take 196 into 2, I think it will cross this number. So therefore I'll take 196 into 1 is 196. So we have to do the subtraction of this. So here it is 2 minus 6, which is not possible. So I'll make it, or I'll carry 1 here. So 12 minus 6, it will be 6. Next again here 8 minus 10 it is, which is not possible. I will carry 1, so it becomes 18. So 18 minus 10, it will be 18 minus 10 will be 8, and this is 3 minus 2, it will be 1. I will take this 2 to the remainder. Okay, next again we have to divide this. Again we have to divide. So to that 196 we have to multiply some number which will be nearest number to this remainder. So I will have that number is, if I multiply 196 into 9, so I think we will get the number is 1764. 1764. Okay, you can just check it later. 196 into 9, it will be what? 1764. Again we have to do the subtraction of that. 2 minus 4, which is not possible, carry 1, so it becomes 12 minus 4, it is 8. Next again 6 minus 7 now, which is again not possible, again carry 1. 16 minus 7, I think it will be 9. Next 8 minus 8, it will be 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now take this 0 to the remainder now. Okay, now next again 196 into some number we have to multiply to get this figure, that is 980 or nearest number. So I think we have, if I multiply 196 into 5, 196 into 5, then I will get the number is 980. So therefore the remainder will be 0. The remainder will be 0. So once we get the remainder is 0, then whatever we have that divisor, so that divisor is called as HCF of the given two positive integers. Okay, so therefore by Euclid division lemma, so we have the statement is A is equals to BQ plus R, where R will be greater than equals to 0 and less than B. So here I'll use again the statement. So A will be the what? Dividend. So dividend is what here? 38220, which is equals to, B is the divisor, that is 196 into Q. Q is the quotient, 195 plus remainder. So remainder is 0. And as I told you, whenever the remainder is 0, so that divisor will be the HCF. So therefore HCF of 196 38220 will be 196. Will be what? 196. Okay, so I hope you have understood these two problems to find out the HCF by Euclid division lemma. Now you can take one more question for the homework, that is third question. 8, 6, 7 and 255, that is 255. So you have to find out the HCF of 867 and 255 by the same method, that is Euclid division lemma. Now next, so this is the first question in the exercise. Now we will have the second question. So before that, you just note it down, these two problems. So now here we will continue with the second example. So second question is what? Show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5, where q is some integer, So in this question, what we have to show here? Any positive odd integer is of the form what? 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. Again here, to show that, again we have to make use of the Euclid division lemma. So I will write the statement. So by Euclid division lemma, so what we have the statement is A is equals to BQ plus R, where R is greater than equals to 0 and R is less than B. Okay. Now if you compare this statement with this given question, see here BQ plus R, here 6Q plus 1. So in the place of B, we have the digit is 6. So I will take if B is equals to 6. If B is equals to 6, then what we have the statement? So this statement becomes what? A is equals to 6q plus R, where this R is greater than equals to 0 and less than 6. Means now this R is lies between 0 to 6. Lies between what? 0 to 6. So here R is equals to, so R is greater than or equal to 0. So it means what? R is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6. Why? Because R is only less than 6. So therefore it is up to what? 5. So therefore this A becomes, okay, so this statement, that is A is equals to 6q plus R. So this statement will become what now? So just go on putting the values of R in the given above statement. So A is equals to, if I put 0, so it becomes what? 6q plus R. Next, A is equals to 6q plus 1. A is equals to 6q plus 3. A is equals to 6q plus 4. And A is equals to 6q plus 5. 6q plus 5. So here we have the integers now, 6q plus 0, 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 4 and 6q plus 5. What we have to show? Any positive odd integer. Okay. So among this, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Among these 5 integers, we have to choose the odd integers first. Okay. See, here we are having 6q. So to this q, we are having the product is even number. So suppose we are having any even number. If you multiply or if you add any number to that, it becomes again a even number. Okay. Again, so whereas in this 6q plus 1, so as we know that, so this 6q is a even number. In the even number, if you add a odd number, it becomes what? Odd number. So here 6q plus 1 is a odd integer. Next 6q plus 3 is again an odd integer, and 6q plus 5 is again a odd integer. So therefore 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 are odd integers. So here is the proof of this question. So what we have to prove here, or what we have to show here? Positive odd integers is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. So here we have proved 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5 are the odd positive integers, are the odd positive integers. Okay, next question now. An army contingent, so here the word is used contingent. Okay, so contingent means what? It is the group of people having the same features, okay. So an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. Then what is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? Okay, so in this question there are actually the two groups. Okay, that is, one is 616 members of one group and another is 32 members of other group. Okay, so if they do the marching in the columns, okay, then how many maximum number of columns we can form to march in a parade? So that maximum number of columns we have to find out. So again that can be simplified again by the Euclid division lemma. Okay, so here we will take, so here we have the two groups, right? That is 616 members group and 32 members groups. So these members groups I will take it as a two positive integers. So I will say maximum number of columns is equals to HCF of those two groups 616 and 32 members. Okay, means if you found or can find the HCF of 616 and 32 members, then that HCF will be what? The maximum number of columns in which they can march in the parade. Okay, so here we have the two positive integers 616 and 32. Okay, again we have to make use of the Euclid division lemma. So that is A is equals to BQ plus R, where R is greater than equals to 0 and R is less than B. So as usual again we will make use of the long division process method. Okay, so this 32 will divide the number 616. It will divide the number 616. Okay, so we have to divide that number now. So I will take 31. If I take 32 into 2, it will be the bigger number. So I will choose 32 into 1 will be what? 32. Do the subtraction of this, 1 minus 2, which is not possible, carry 1. So it is 11 minus 2, I think it will be 9. The next 6 minus 4, it will be 2. So this take 6 to the down. Okay, now it is, the number is 296. Again to this 32 we have to multiply some number to get this remainder or nearer to that. So I will choose the number is 9. So it is 9 to the 18, 1 carry, 9 to the 27 means it is 28. Okay, so do the subtraction of this. Again 6 minus 8 is not possible, carry 1. It is 16 minus 8 will be what? 8. Then 9 minus 9 will be 0 and this is 0, but still the remainder is not 0. Again you have to carry forward the next step. So this remainder will divide the divisor, so that is 8 will divide 32. So as we know that 8 4s are 32, so the remainder will be 0. So therefore HCF of this 616 and 32 will be what? 8. So therefore here I will write in the statement of Euclid division lemma. So as we are having this A means what? Dividend. So 616, the dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Again we have the next, here the dividend is 32, divisor is 8, into quotient is 4 plus remainder is 0. So as we have seen in the previous problems, So whenever the remainder is 0, so that divisor, okay, the divisor itself is called as what? The HCF of those given two positive integers. Therefore, HCF of 616 and 32 will be what? 8. Will be what? 8. So the HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. It means what? The maximum number of columns will be 8. So here, what is the question? The maximum number of columns in which they can march. So how many number of columns can march in the parade? That is total 8 columns can march in the parade. Okay, so this is third question. I hope you have understood with this question. So pause the video to note it down. Yes, now we will continue with the next question. I think that is fourth question in the first exercise. Okay, so the question is what? Use Euclid's division lemma to show that square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Okay, means what we have to show here? Square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m. Okay, means you may get 3m or 3m plus 1, where this m is some integer. Okay, means in the place of m you can use any integer, but here we have the integer is m. Okay, so again, so as clearly they have given in the question that using Euclid's division lemma, so I will make use of the Euclid division lemma, that is a is equals to bq plus r, where r is greater than or equals to 0 and less than b. Okay, so again, so here if you compare this integers, then here in the place of b we are having what? 3. So I will take, if b is equals to 3, then what this a becomes? So a is equals to, that is 3q plus r, where the condition is r is greater than or equals to 0 and less than 3. So here now r is greater than or equals to 0, less than 3. It means what? R is equals to 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Now these values if you put in this a, then what this a becomes? Then okay, then this a becomes a is equals to 3q plus 0, a is equals to 3q plus 1, a is equals to 3q plus 2. 3q plus 2. So here we have this 3 positive integers. So here we are having this 3 positive integers. So to this 3 positive integers, what we have to show? We have to show that square of this integer will be in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. So that we have to verify. So I will take the first condition, that is if a is equals to 3q plus 0. Okay, what they have said to make it? You have to make the square of that integer. Okay, so I will take squaring on both the side. So a square is equals to 3q plus 0 whole square, that is a square is equals to, as we know that 3q plus 0 is 3q itself. So 3q whole square will be 9q square, or this a square is equals to 9q square can be written as 3 into 3q square. Means what here? This 9 I have written as 3 into 3 and q square as it is, and this a square is equals to 3 as it is. This 3q square I will consider as m now, where m is equals to 3q square. M is equals to what? 3q square, where m is some integer, m is some positive integer. So here I got a square is equals to 3m, that is this form. Okay, so this is with first condition. Now I will take second condition. What is the second condition now? 3q plus 1. So if a is equals to 3q plus 1, again squaring on both the sides, a square is equals to 3q plus 1 whole square. So a square is equals to, so use the identity a plus b whole the square, so that is 3q whole square plus 2 into 3q into 1 plus 1 square. So it will be 9q square plus 2 3 is 6, 6 into 1 6q plus 1 square is 1, or which is equals to. So in these first two numbers, what is common? We can take out just number, I'll take it common, that is 3 is common in that, then left with 3q square plus 3 2 is 6, so 2q plus 1, and which is equals to, so 3m plus 1. So where, so this again 3q square plus 2q I have considered as what, again m, so therefore m is equals to 3q square plus 2q. So what we observed here, for the second positive integer, that is a is equals to 3q plus 1, it is in the form of what, 3m plus 1. So either 3m or 3m plus 1, so we got with 3m plus 1. Okay, now third case is what, a is equals to 3q plus 2. So if a is equals to 3q plus 2, again squaring on both the sides. Why we are making the squares? Because in the question they have said you have to make the squares of any positive integers, they have said. So our positive integer is 3q plus 2, so I'll make the squaring on both the sides. So that is a square is equals to 3q plus 2 whole square. So here a square is equals to, use the identity, again same identity, that is 3q square plus 2 into 3q into 2 plus 2 square. So it is how much, 9q square plus 2 3 is 6, 6 2 is 12, q plus 2 square is 4, or which is equals to. Now if you observe among these two numbers, I can take out common, but here 4 is there, I will write this 4 as 9q square plus 12q plus, so this 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. We can split that number 4 as what, 3 plus 1. Now you can check out among these three numbers, we can take out 3 will be common. So if I take out 3 is common, then here 3 3 is 9, q square plus 3 4 is 12, q plus 3 1 is 3, and this plus 1 as it is, so which is equals to, again now 3 as it is, this 3q square plus 4q plus 1 I'll consider as m, and this plus 1 as it is, where, so this m is equals to what, 3q square plus 4q plus 1. So where this m is again some positive integers. Okay, so what we observed here, from 1, 2 and 3. So from this 1, 2 and 3, so from 1, 3q plus 0 was the positive integer, 3q plus 1 was the positive integer, 3q plus 2 was the positive integer. Okay, but what we get the forms now, 3m, 3m plus 1 and 3m plus 1. So from 1, 2 and 3, what we can conclude, the square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So it is proved the given problem. Okay, now you can I hope you understood this problem. The same type of problem you are going to simplify. So as we are having here, the word is square of any positive integer, the next question you are going to simplify, instead of square we are going to have the cube. Okay, pause the video to note it down. So here we will continue the next question, that is fifth. So this question I am not going to solve it, because previously the fourth question we have done it of the same type. Okay, so use Euclid's division lemma to show that cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. So previous was square of the positive integer in the form of what? 3m or 3m plus 1, but here it is now cube of any positive integer in the form of what? 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. So just I'll give you the hint to this question is what? Here you don't take b is equals to 9. Okay, if you can take it, but you will get the 9 cases which will take the more time in the examination. So just we require the 3 cases to prove this. So instead of taking b is equals to 9, okay, you just choose b is equals to 3, then also you will get the answer. Okay, you just solve this answer, and for any doubt you can contact with this my WhatsApp number, that is 7204151 Okay, so here your first exercise got over with this real numbers. Thank you. I hope you all liked this video series. I hope you will share and subscribe these videos, and you will forward this link to your friends and just tell them to register your names. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.